Today, as we film this, it's December of 2022, and I think the administration just came out and recently announced that we're in a recession. This is something that's been long coming throughout this year. Anybody that's looked at the stock market, looked at their 401k statements, seen the price of gas, the price of food, they've known that there is something happening and we're having to pull back. This is a recession. And what we're going to talk about today, you're going to get some good value here. We're going to talk about the 3 best ways that you can use your money during a recession. And this doesn't matter what age category you're in. When you're watching, if you're very close to retirement or just starting off, this is going to be good information for you to stick around through the end. All right, so check it out. What we're talking about today is the 3 best ways that you can use your money during a recession. And what does a recession even mean? It's a pullback in the economy. And I'm sure a lot of people are seeing it, right? If you're seeing the cost of goods at the grocery store or the cost of gas at the gas pump, what happens? All of that inflated dollars and more money that you're putting out of your pocket going towards food, going towards energy, going towards all of these things that are essential for your living. Well, what are they doing? Those necessities are taking away from the discretionary spending that you would otherwise have. So the first thing you want to do is start to take a look at your overall budget. I know budget planning is not exactly what everybody wants to do, but this is the best time to do it, because if you're starting to look at, okay, well, what's coming in, what's going out, and are there things that I can cut back on? And by cutting back on those, I can get myself on a good trajectory, right? The idea overall, whether it's a recession or not a recession, you want to be storing money. You want to be able to be saving a percentage of your income every single month. Right? So by cutting back on expenses, you're able to do that. You can also start to grow that savings over time. As you're looking at your expenses, the other thing you want to do is take a look at those credit cards, right? Credit card debt is a killer. The interest rates are crazy on some of these cards. So you really want to be able to evaluate that debt before you even start saving. Maybe you want to take a look at, hey, can I put some extra money towards paying down this debt so I can get rid of it, right? So that's another thing that you need to do smartly during a recession, is not only to look at your credit cards and try to lower that debt, but don't add new debt to those credit cards. So the second area that you want to start to look at, we just talked about savings and growing that savings. Well, maybe you have a nice stockpile of savings and you are hoping to deploy that into something. Well, now, some deals may not look so good anymore with interest rates rising. I know a lot of people looking at different homes and trying to buy homes. Those interest rates may cause you to take a step back and not make that purchase. But the other thing that happens is there's things on discount, right? Because the recession is going to drive prices down. So look for those deals when they come up, because a lot of people ended up making a good amount of money in 2008. And in 2008, that was the Great Recession, right? The stock market, S&P 500 at one point down almost 50%, closed down on the year 38.9%. That's a huge drop off. There was a lot of panic going on, but there were smart investors on the sidelines with cash ready to deploy their assets. So a smart thing for you to do during a recession is to look at those deals as they come by and look to deploy that capital you may have. So as we look at the 3rd best thing you can do for your money, let's take a look at, or let's think about these statements that you're getting in the mail every quarter for your investment accounts, right? Or you're looking at them online. And some of you, at this point, you might be throwing those into the shredder, getting rid of them, or not even opening the statements online or looking at them, right? Because what you've seen throughout the course of this year is those account values continuing to drop. And unfortunately, that is part of what happens when you're invested in the stock market. And what everybody's going to tell you is stay the course, because long term, those investments will do well over time. And right now, if you sell, you're selling at a loss. All of that is true. The thing that you have to ask yourself is, where am I in the course of retirement, right? Because if this year you were set to retire and your portfolio is down 20 or 30%, that may put you in a real difficult spot. You may not be able to retire when you wanted to. So that's something to definitely look at. If you're 5 to 10 years away from retirement, well, you should start to think about putting some safety nets and guardrails around your investment dollars to protect them from market volatility. one of the things that you could do is look at different types of annuities to see if they might be a fit for you to help protect those account values to keep them from dropping off a cliff when the stock market goes down. The other thing is, if you're young and just starting off, well, because the market's down, all of those investments that you were putting into that were high dollar amounts are now low dollar amounts. So now could be a good time to start putting more money towards those plans, right? So you have to, again, go back to take a look at your budget, look at cutting expenses, and see what more you can put towards your savings dollars and investment. And then look to how can you deploy that capital in a smart way. If you're looking for help with any of this, whether it be researching the right annuity, whether it's to figure out a game plan for everything that you're doing and setting yourself up for retirement, click in the link below in the description box. One of the financial strategists will reach out to you and they will help walk you through a game plan to figure out what's coming in, what's going out. They'll help you strategize on annuities if that's what you're looking for. They'll help you figure out all the different components and maybe talk to you about things that you didn't even know existed to help set yourself up for the best 2023 that you can have.